Hey, this video is pretty much going to answer a couple of questions I got from a subscriber via PM. Got a few good PMs lately. Thanks, guys, for the encouragement and the praise a couple of you guys have given me lately. But this is really to answer a question I got, a series of questions I got from a subscriber via PM. So we're set to master. And one of the questions this fella asked me was about bound weapons. So here's the bound sword, and there's a saber cat straight in front of me. So even the saber cat's not much match for a bound weapon. And I'm a level 72. I'm in a level 62. So saber cats are no problem at all for this guy. Let's have a go and play with these giants here with the bound bow. So we'll pop the bound bow out and see if I can get into these giants. Now for the bound bow, if your alchemy and enchanting are high, the bound bow is really strong. So there should be giants here somewhere. The giant will be a one-shot for the bound bow. And this character is a vampire, so he makes the bound bow even stronger again. Here's another giant there. Another one-shot. And the mammoths will not be a one-shot. I'll take 2 or 3, depending on whether you get your first sneak attack in. And I've got the kill animation without getting the kill for some reason. And there's a couple more around here. You guys have seen this before. So you can pretty much, with the bound bow, even clean up these guys. They're not overly strong, but they have got, these mammoths have got nearly 1,000 in health or hit points. So as you can see, the bound bow is quite strong, especially if you're enchanting and alchemy are high, and especially too if you're a vampire and you can get those the bonuses to alchemy and enchanting by doing the loop like you saw me doing the last video, which was on elemental damage. So if you look at these items here, my character has created some armor that has one-handed enchants on it, and also bow enchants, apparel to do more damage. So I have 4 items enchanted for one-handed and 4 items enchanted for bows. And if you look at the bow, it will be doing, you see the damage come up at the bottom in the center of the screen at 215 damage. And if I put that away and I'll pull out the bound sword, it will come up at 97 or something like that, I think. Yeah, 97. And then if you actually go into conjuration, which this character hasn't done, although his conjuration's high, if you go to Mystic Binding here and you've maxed out your alchemy enchanting, created the apparel to suit, you'll be getting about 270 or something on this bound bow, which is actually a shitload of damage, 279. And if you do the same thing with the bound sword, you will be up around 150, 160, I think, from memory. Let's quickly look at that again. Yeah, 150 in damage down there at the bottom with the bound sword. So in short, the bound weapons are really quite strong. That's basically how this character has conjuration to level 78, and that's mainly through use of the bound bow, the bound sword, and using the muffle spell early in the character's life. Before I had the sneak skill to not have to worry about the muffle spell anymore. So that's the question answered. Bound weapons, especially the bound bow, is very strong, as long as you have your alchemy and enchanting high enough that you can create fortify bows and fortify one-handed enchants to put on your armor. So what I'll do is I'll reload this game back to where I was when I first started here, and we will run through another question. Now the same guy asked me he notices on a lot of my characters that I have high conjuration, high illusion, and stuff like that on my characters, but I never have perks there. Do I actually use these skills, and do I play as another question I get asked regularly is, do I play as other types of characters? And the answer is yes, but what I generally do is my characters are always built around enchanting, smithing, and alchemy at 100, which gives me the opportunity to diversify my character. So alchemy, enchanting, and smithing at 100, normally build an assassin archer, then I diversify. So I get speech and sort of like lock picking, sneak, light armor, archery, one-handed. They're the sort of skills you raise as a working as an assassin archer or a stealthy archer type character. One-handed doesn't raise that much all by itself. You have to sort of go out of your way to buy training or actually use one-handed more than just using your dagger to get to level 90 on an assassin character. But generally you can get to level 40, 45 somewhere by just using the skills that an assassin archer, stealthy assassin archer would use. Then you need to look for other things to do like block, heavy armor, alteration, and the alteration skill on this character is just from transmuting or whatever you call it, iron ore to gold. And then I have actually deliberately worked on restoration, destruction, and illusion on this character to get to level 62. So illusion I never spend any perks in, and destruction I don't spend any perks in, and I'll show you how I do it here. And it's basically around enchanting and alchemy. So I can use this character basically because my alchemy and enchanting are so high. I can use this character as a full-blown illusionist, except I cannot use illusion on Daedra, dwarven automations, and the undead, so Draga and stuff like that. But on every other character in the game, this character with no perks put into illusion is quite capable of actually using illusion, and using illusion as good as if I'd put 6 perks in there. So I'll show you how we do it, and I've actually reloaded the save and I've got different armor on here. So I've actually got heavy armor on, which is really rare for me, but like I said, I'm trying to level this character, so I'm using heavy armor to get the increase in heavy armor. And I've put on here is basically destruction and illusion spells, plus 33% less. And I'll have that on 3 pieces of apparel, so on the armor, on the helmet, and I will have a ring for destruction and illusion. And I've got a couple of odds and end rings and an enchant on this character's armor. So if we look at the illusion spells here, with no perks in illusion, this character pretty much basically uses frenzy, pacify, and occasionally rout, but not very often. Mainly frenzy and pacify. So I'm a vampire, this character is a vampire, and that's also why the conjuration weapons, the bound bow, bound sword, were able to do more damage, because I could create 54% better my bows and my one-handed on the rings and barrel, instead of being able to only create 47 on a normal character. It's not a vampire. It's the same with illusion. Illusion gets a 25% bonus because you are a vampire. And normally that would be creatures and people up to level 14, but because I'm a vampire with a 25% bonus to illusion, I get to 17 there. And the same with pacify. It's normally level 20 for creatures and people up to level 20, but I get to 25 because I'm a vampire. Okay, so if I look at this, these illusion spells, and I'll just put frenzy on the right and pacify on the left, and it won't affect this guy here because I'm a level 62, so that makes the giants will be a level 32 with nearly 600 in hit points, and I can't pacify or frenzy this guy. It just comes up as the giant's too powerful. Now he's going to come and want to beat the shit out of me with that club, and I can't pacify, can't frenzy, can't do anything with him. But if I take this character and I spend 6 perks, for some reason if you go to here And here first, it will make no difference, which is what my character normally does to go to quiet casting. So that would be my normal assassin character would go to quiet casting. If you then look, it still won't work on him. I can actually aim straight. See, the giant's still too powerful. If I look at my spells here, they're still the same at 25 and 17. I don't know why that works or how it works. But if I go up my center of illusion and go hypnotic gaze, aspect of terror, and rage, I've now spent 6 perks, and I can finally pacify this level 32 creature. There's that tiger again. So as you can see, they now can be pacified or frenzied. And as you can see, they'll both want to fight me until one gets to the eye of the other. For some reason, frenzy spells always alert your enemy, even if you've taken quiet casting. So if I shoot this first mammoth with frenzy, he will come straight to me, even though he's looking at that other... No, he's not. He's going to fight him. Will you stop trying to club me to death? Alright, that's enough. Demonstration done with these guys. Let's reload this. I don't take these these perks on most characters. If I was building a pure illusionist, I would take the perks. But the way I do it with this character is I use my alchemy and my enchanting level at 100 to actually create potions. This character's a vampire, so he's going to create some pretty high level potions, but I'll sort of explain this in a minute. So we'll take, let's just make sure, going back, we now have no skill in illusion whatsoever. If I actually go into my potions, and this character's vampire, so he's actually taken a potion, making a potion of 184%. So if I take that, and I then look at my active effects, pretty much the same as the last thing I did. I'm now at 230% for my illusion potion. So now, with no perks whatsoever, I will be able to pacify and frenzy these guys to the point where they just want to kill each other and me and whoever else comes close. And I like doing this in heavy armor. It actually lets you pop a couple of hits every now and again and still be able to raise your heavy armor. So now these guys are just having an all-in brawl here, and I'll keep doing it. Now if you look at my magic spells here, Illusion, which we noticed before, Frenzy was at 17. By just taking the potion with no perks at all, I get to level 57 by just using Enchanting and Alchemy to be able to create a potion with that strength. And if you look at Pacify, it's just massive. It gets to level 82 creatures and people won't fight. So that pretty much means I can cast that Illusion spell on anything except Undead Daedra, Dragons, and Dwarven Automations without actually using any perks whatsoever. And route's pretty much the same. They all just grow by extraordinary amounts. So route will work on these guys. This guy will just run away now. All get pacified and routed again. So that's the general idea. I can play as an illusionist on this character, basically with spending no perks and just using alchemy. Now this also works if you look at spells there. It works pretty good even if you're not a vampire. Like this guy's got 33% alchemy gear, creating potions. If you're only a normal alchemist with 100 in alchemy, 100 in enchanting, you're probably looking at once you get 130 potion, and that'll be wearing 4 bits of alchemy gear at 29%. That'll give you pacify to 46, level 46 creatures and people, and it'll get your frenzy to 32, which lets you do a lot in the game with illusion without actually spending any perks in it. And you can pretty much play a destruction type character as well. I load this same game again, and I'll show you the destruction as well. Now, what this potion enchanting thing do to make a massive potion, or it works. It works really well with. We quickly look at the potions here. It works really well with Illusion because if you look at it, it says 184% stronger. If you look at Destruction, it says 230% stronger potion. If you look at Restoration, it also says 184% stronger. So it says stronger in the description, so it actually makes your spells stronger. If you look at Conjuration and Alteration, for example, they don't work differently. The actual potions don't make the spell stronger, they make it last longer. So if I actually took the Conjuration potion, instead of my bound bow lasting for 180 seconds, it'd last for 180 seconds times 230%. But Destruction works as a stronger potion, so if we actually use this same armor and stuff, I'll look at the magic spell or say a destruction spell. Let's just run with Incinerate. Put it on the left and right hand. I do 60 points of fire damage. Okay. Now, if I take the potion, which is exactly the same potion that I took in the last episode on elemental damage, 230%. I take that, quickly look at the active effects. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be 287%. Now, if I look at my actual destruction spell, it's going to be 232 points. So that's without even putting that's without putting any perk points into the destruction tree. And if you watch this, I should be pretty much able to get rid of these giants and that pretty quickly by using destruction. So I can pretty much diversify this character because of alchemy and enchanting to do a pretty good job as playing as, or actually an excellent job as playing as an illusionist. Not a bad job as playing as a destruction type character, but if you want to play destruction seriously, you really need to go into the destruction tree and then use potions with it. And being a vampire and a destruction type character is even better. I'd say I'd probably be a vampire if I was going to play destruction or any time of mage. So as you can see, these mammoths and stuff are pretty easy. You wouldn't have such an easy time against a room full of Daedra. That's a room full of Draga, for example. You'd probably have to be using Conjuration or a follower or something like that in conjunction with your thing. In conjunction with your destruction magic, but just to diversify a little bit on this character because the alchemy and enchanting are so high. That's a few things you can do. Like I said, without putting skills into destruction, conjuration, or more illusion and destruction, and this just pretty much showed off how good the bound bow can be. That same destruction destruction potion, if you actually put your perk in there and go up to augmented flames, and you take the potion again, I think it's going to put another 100 onto that destruction spell. Yeah, it's going to be 348 instead of whatever it was, 232 or something. So yeah, if you're a destruction mage, you definitely should have alchemy and enchanting on your side. Or if you just want to diversify from your assassin character, that's one of the reasons I actually always raise my alchemy, enchanting and smithing. It just lets me diversify my character and play something a little bit different for that. So any questions on any of this? But what I'd really take from this is the illusion side of things. It gets very strong with just the use of a potion. Right, any questions? Drop me a PM or drop it in the comments. If I've made a mistake anywhere in this video and I'm wrong about something, drop it in the comments again. Happy to hear if I'm wrong about anything as well. So I'll leave this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.